Welcome to jeffandrus.com. The last time you were here, I tried to get you to read my novel, the last book I wrote, Malibu Palms. It's a mystery set in Los Angeles. You could say it's an ode to Los Angeles. You could say it's my swan song to the entire state of California. And you'd be absolutely correct if you said, I didn't care whether you read it. I just wanted you to buy it. I wanted your money. And not a lot of you did buy it. That's because I'm not much of a salesman. And to prove that, if you look below the screen, you'll see a little link that says read more. And that leads to a free essay. That's right, folks, free. F-R-triple-E. Maybe that's two E's. I'm dyslexic, I don't know. But it's free. You can put as many E's as you want in there. And this thing is called Escape from California. And it's why I left California. That's the state where I was born. My forefathers go back many generations. I loved the place, but it just stopped working. For decades, the state has been controlled by a Democratic legislature and opposed by a really gutless Republican Party. And at one time, people just knew that the nuts and flakes came from California. But now, none of that's helped by the national administration in Washington, D.C. Barack Obama and his boys, they make Californians seem sane. I mean, how else do you explain this ugly civil war in Mexico in which the federales are fighting for their country and the drug lords want to take it over, and we're saying, come on in, give us your huddled criminals, your drug runners, your extortionists, your murderers, your rapists, we just want you to cross our borders and we don't want to secure them. And we're going to sue some place like Arizona that does want to secure its borders. It doesn't make sense. It makes as much sense as sending men off to die in Afghanistan with rules of engagement as they can't even fire back when people are shooting at them. Putting up with that kind of stuff is something. I didn't grow up in a country where they used to have that sort of nutty ideas or a state. But that's the way it is now, and as a matter of fact, there's no place in the United States you can go where you're going to be completely free of all that. Where I am, I'm not going to tell you where I am, but where I am, just the rot is more slowly growing. The interesting thing is that the majority of our prison population are Californians. They just kind of bring themselves. That's the way Californians are. When they're not committing crimes, they go to all throughout the Greater West, Colorado, Nevada, Arizona, Oregon, Washington. And they just create these little liberal hellholes. They bring what they were to where they are. And so that's why, if you happen to agree with why I left, I really don't want you to follow my example and come. Just stay there. And you should know that the natives, they're armed. So it's yes, sir, and no, ma'am, and I'm sorry I honked, and I shouldn't have cut in front of you. Please forgive me. And you're polite whether you mean it or not. That's a civilized society because you don't know whether the other guy is armed and he doesn't know whether you are. Whereas in California and places like Sacramento, San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles, Oakland, et cetera, the thug that wants to wash your windshield or just take your wallet, he may not be armed, but he certainly has got a disease. And the way the judicial system is in California, if you do anything about it, you're the one that's going to end up in jail. Now, I know some people listen to what I have to say, and they think I have a few screws loose. Okay, I can't do anything about that. And besides, there's still the Huffington Post or wherever it is you have your head wedged, and you can go back to that and get whatever propaganda is going to make you feel good. In the meantime, I just do what I have to do. I look at my job as, I'm kind of like Jeremiah, the weeping prophet. Well, I don't weep a lot, but I do laugh inappropriately at really, strange situations, and that's because I take a lot of recreational drugs, Lasix, Lipitor, Pacerone, furosemide, Plavix, stuff like that, and it kind of plays with my head, and so. There'll be some craziness coming down. Like let's depend on wind power. Let's get rid of the internal combustion engine. Let's not drill for oil. And I'll go, gee, that's cool. That's nutty. We should have seen that coming there. and I'll be laughing, and people wonder what happened to me. Um, some of you will read my essay, and I really hope you enjoy it. Whether you do or not, you should know that God loves us both. He wants to bless us both in good times and in bad. And I just happen to know the bad times are going to get worse. So that's why you do what you have to do, and I'm going out back, and I'm going to continue digging the bomb shelter. You have a good day.